Hi guys, welcome to the diary of a happily divorced man. I hope you're all well, and I just want to talk about in this video how marriage is a little cash cow, if you like, for the government, and why we're all pressured to get married. Sorry, I'm washing up here, so I do apologise for the noise. It's one of those things you've got to do. Well, unless you've got a dishwasher, which I haven't. She left. Sorry. Silly joke. Anyway, so everything starts when we're born. We get plugged into this system. We have a birth certificate, which basically tells the government we are born, which means we have to be plugged into the system so we can pay our taxes our whole lives. And I don't know who created the idea of marriage, but he must have been a politician. Because when you think about it, you think about how much the government makes from every marriage. You know, it's not cheap to get married, is it? Especially if you want it done properly in a venue, and you want sit down dinners and all that kind of stuff, after parties. So you've got your venue to pay for. You've got the catering service, the wedding cake service, the wedding dress, the suits for the grooms, all the invitations, the photographers, the magicians if you want gimmicks like that and stuff like that, the DJ for the after party, and the list goes on. And and all the decorations, all that kind of stuff, how you want it decorated or how she wants it decorated. And it's just for one day. That's what it takes to get married. Not even that, really. Not even that. I mean, you don't have to go and have an after party if you don't want to. You have to fork out for that. But the point is, you can get married in one day. It's so easy to get married. And it's deliberately made easy to get married. Because if it's hard to get married, who the hell's going to do it? It needs to be made easy to encourage people to get married. Because when you get married, obviously, you made your vows to stay together forever and love each other forever. What a crock of shit. But anyway, that's how it works in the Disney movies. They live happily ever after, don't they? So that's what you're sold, basically. And you think the cost of a wedding and all these companies that being part of your wedding that you have to buy from, the profit these companies are making, they all have to pay their taxes, don't they? So weddings are very profitable niche, aren't they? So yeah, they can charge lots of money for wedding days, and it's for everybody to come along to your special day. The day where you sign this document, where you're going to spend the rest of your lives together. Yeah, so everyone comes out for a party because it's great. It's great that you're going to spend the rest of your lives together and live happily ever after. It's fantastic. Let's celebrate that. Yeah. Yeah. And then reality hits, doesn't it? It's not quite how you envisioned. But anyway, what the government likes more is the divorce. The amount of money the government makes from the divorce is stupid. You think of the legal fees you have to pay for solicitors' fees, mediation fees, and then you got the sale of the house, solicitors' fees for that, and the list goes on really, and it can take years to get out of. Years of filling out forms and all that kind of garbage. You only had to sign one form to get married. One document. Yep, you can be married right now. Just sign there. Lovely jubbly, you are now married. Yeah. Just imagine all the forms you've got to fill out. You don't even have to fill out that form. All you do is sign it. When you get divorced, you've got forms to fill out. Forms that you've got to try and understand. You can't understand it, you might have to get legal advice, which will charge you the earth. I had a quote from a solicitor. Quoted me just to read a document, just to read it and tell me what it means. 500 quid. It wasn't even a big document. There's just a couple of things in there I wasn't quite sure of. I thought, no, you're all right, mate. No, that's fine. I'll figure it out myself. Thanks. 500 quid. Yeah, so yeah, I didn't go down the solicitor route. I sod that. So yeah, so you're working your full-time job, and you've got to come home and fill out tedious forms and stuff like that. And some people get dragged through the courts and all that kind of stuff. All this costing money. And yeah, solicitors, wow, they can be tens of thousands of pounds. Tens of thousands of pounds. You think how much government rakes in from that? Thank you very much. And then not only that, like me, I had to buy my wife out of the house. And I could only do that with the help of my parents. I couldn't do it otherwise. And I've been paying for the mortgage. She hasn't paid anything for the mortgage. And so I've been paying for it for 10 years. And now she's taken basically the money that I've paid off on the mortgage. And yeah, put that in the bank for herself. And although I have got the house, it's nice, I am still had to add 10 years onto my mortgage. So I've paid for 10 years for nothing. I may as well just put it into my wife's account from the beginning. That's how insane it is. That is how insane it is. I paid the house off for 10 years. There you go, love. You take that. I'll start again. Don't worry. Yeah. And that also means, sorry about the noise, hang on a minute. Sort these plates out. Right. That is also another benefit to the government, because now I'm plugged into the system for another 10 years, because I've got another 10 years on my mortgage, despite paying it off. Well, not paying it off, but paying for it over 10 years already. It's like, now you can start again. And obviously your mortgage payments, mostly interest, which is charged by the bank, and the bank has to pay money to the government in tax. So nobody wins except the government. Oh, and the wife, the ex-wife, of course. So she might think I've won. In a way, I do think I have won, actually. I do have this house, and I can be completely independent without having to latch on to somebody else like she's had to. So, but she now has 4 incomes, because she has her income. She has a boyfriend's income, and it looks like he might be quite well off, judging by where they live. Funny that, isn't it? And she also has child benefit, because the boys stay with her for 1 extra night a week. 1 extra night in a week. Which means she gets the child benefit, because she's the main carer, and I have to pay her child maintenance. It doesn't matter that when they're with me, they cost me loads of money. Not that I'm bothered, because I like to make them have a good time. But it's just bizarre that you have to pay that amount of money. But what I have said to the wife is that I'm not paying for anything, like clothes, haircuts, nothing. I may buy the odd few clothes here and there, but generally she's responsible for clothing them, because I would buy them loads of clothes, but obviously she takes the money, so she takes my money, so I can't clothe them. It's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. But yeah, child maintenance, that's another story, really. That is another big con. But there you go. I'm not going to dwell on these things. I'm just kind of telling you how it is. And if you're already divorced, then you already know. But yeah, but anyway, on a brighter note, I am a happily divorced man. Believe it or not. Although I have to pay out these this child maintenance and mortgage has started over again, I am still happy that she's gone. She turned nasty, so yeah, she's gone now, and I'm quite enjoying my life. It's quite good to be single. I do highly recommend it. I have time with my boys. I have time to myself, and that's all that matters. Yeah, so I really enjoy my life. So if you're thinking about getting married, just think about everything that I said. Marriage turns out to be a farce. I was with my ex-wife for 16 years in total. We were married 8 years. Also, I knew her family well. But they've all turned their backs on me. Apart from the ex-mother-in-law, but I think there's some sort of guilt there, because yeah, I think she was trying to pull the wool over my eyes as well when her daughter was having an affair. They won't call it an affair, because technically we were separated. There's no document for that though. all you've got to say is verbally you're separated. Which means while you're living under the same roof, you can go out and have sex with anybody else. Well, I didn't know that, really. That was news to me. But there you go, anyway. Anyway, I'm not going to go there. I'm not going to go there. But, yeah, my bond with my kids is great. They love coming to see me. I love seeing them. And I'm taking them to Southampton versus Manchester City semi-final. I don't know when you're watching this video, but 25th of April 2026 is when the semi-final is, and that's when I'm taking them. So that's going to be great. They're going to love that because they're both into their football and play for teams. So that's all good. Looking forward to that, and I may post some pictures or maybe a bit of video of that. So yeah, things are going well. And if you're in the early stages of your divorce, you will get to this point, honestly. And you will think nothing of it. The single life is actually quite cool. Tonight I'm doing what I like. I'm keeping myself busy. I've cooked some lunch for the next couple of days for work, and I'm going to chill out. And yeah, that's it really. Saw my boys yesterday. They went out on a bike ride, riding their bikes around here and playing a little bit of football in the road. And then we went to see their nan and granddad because they wanted to go and see them. So fair enough, that was good. Dropped them to school this morning, and then I'll have them again tomorrow. And we're going out for a meal with their nan and granddad again. So yeah, it's all good. Then Friday they're staying over with me again, and then take them to the match on Saturday. So really looking forward to a really good weekend with them. So yeah, things are really looking up. I haven't had any dates yet, not intending to. Maybe in the near future, but I'm trying to get my myself together as much as I can. Make sure I'm fully ready for a relationship. But one thing she'll have to be, if a relationship gets serious, one thing she'll have to be happy with is not moving in with me. I won't want that, and I'm sure I'm going to lose a lot of women over that. But at the end of the day, I am not going through that again. I'm not having any woman try and take stuff from me. So that's it really. That's all I've got to say. So take care, guys. Best of luck to you. If you're in the early stages, you will get through this. I promise you. Just look after yourself. Spend lots of time with loved ones and close friends, and keep yourself busy. Look after your body and your mind, and yeah, you'll look back on your marriage when it was all going pear-shaped, and you'll think nothing of it, and you won't think much of her either. You know, your feelings will change. The people that say, "Oh, I'll always love her for the rest of my life," you won't, because you need to get over it, and you will get over it. There's no point in loving her for the rest of your life. She doesn't love you. You know? So, absolutely no point whatsoever. Just need to move on. She now has a life without you in it. So you just need to let go. Accept what it is and let go. And you'll be much happier. Much, much happier. There's lots of women out there. If you want a woman, and some people be like, oh, I don't want anybody else. And I was like that to begin with. I was like that. And now she's gone and I'm living a pretty decent life so far, and it's only going to get better. Yeah, I don't need her. Don't need her at all. I wouldn't even want her back. So, and you will get to that stage, and you'll start to get excited about meeting someone new when you're ready. But don't rush into it. Don't rush into trying to get a woman straight away because you feel that that's what you need, because you've been with a woman for so long. It's probably not what you need. You're just bringing in more drama for yourself. So yeah, I recommend staying single for as long as it takes. I've been single now, well, if you count the time we were separated, probably 2.5, 3 years now. So yeah, even though one of those years she was living here in a separate bed, but yeah, honestly it's fine. It's absolutely fine. So anyway, I won't go on any longer. The video's running on a bit, so please like and subscribe to the video, and like and subscribe to the channel if you like my videos. And obviously I'm trying to keep them on a positive note, because the channel is more about me and my life after the divorce, and not continually bringing up the past, although I may do sparingly, you know. I won't go into too many details about it, but it's more about being positive and turning your life around, and yeah, just generally living your new, exciting single life. Okay, so goodbye for now, lads, and hope you have a great day or evening, wherever you are, and we'll look out for some more videos. Take care. Bye for now.